you're giving. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. I will drown in pink. Yeah, 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 yeah. Paint away day and night, 6 hearts, hope I'm okay. You're alright, goodbye then if you dare. Someone new is pulling everywhere. I'm afraid to let them. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. I will drown in pink. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. I will drown in pink. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. Nothing is what I think. Yeah, 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 yeah. 'Cause I will drown in pink. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, I just wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. You, I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant truth. I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant. Hey, I just wanna change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. You, I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. It's about you. I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. Your radiant truth. I know that you will understand because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant. You're radiant. Freedom. If you arrest yourself again, I'll help you clean up the mess. Yo! Misdirection. You know I'm through with you. Your hoops are my obsessions, always jumping through. How we doing? I'm so worthy. I'm just lost in my reflection. Pay attention, yeah. You never will. Yo! I will overanalyze and fall victim. My venom lowers. Time to get to know myself. Yo! This reflection, pay attention. Yeah, you never will. So you always will. If you arrest yourself again, I help you clean up the mess. I wonder if you ever did, yeah. I wonder if you ever did like I did. I wonder if you ever did, yeah. I wonder if you ever did like I did. Yo! Just wanna be free, yeah. Your life will change, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. Yo, yo. Hey, yeah. All right. Dude, Monday night, it's going to be a short one, though, because I am going to the airport, right?
So I'm going to the airport in the morning, going away. I'm not sure what the stream schedule is going to be like. We're going to try to keep the stream schedule going. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. We're going to play it by ear. But we shall see, right? We shall see what happens. But I am going to start the dance party goal early, so we have any chance of hitting it. Hold on one sec here. Let's see. Give me one sec. Dude, I hope you guys are doing good. All right? Hope you guys are fucking chilling. Let's see. All right. All right. Let's go. All right. Chilling. Let's go. Dude, Trump, what a weird day. All right. It was a weird day. So today I did go on 𝗙�ce's stream, which was like, I mean, it's like my fucking first debate since we've done this thing. And there's a lot to be gleaned. I mean, it's hard because we were sort of drifting all over. We were still drifting, like we were drifting all over topics. But I learned a lot. And ultimately you just got to do it. It's something I have to do more if I'm going to get good at it. But there are going to be a couple pieces of interesting content from it, right? Dude, Seth, I get it. You're sitting here, dude, you don't even hang out in this stream. You've been here like 2 days in like months. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh, 𝗙̇ce cooked you. No, he didn't, boss. Thank you. Get lost, buddy. I know you want to sit here and say, oh, 𝗙̇ce cooked you. You're not even from this stream. I know you're a little gamer nerd. Okay? 𝗙̇ce cooked you. Dude, 𝗙̇ce did not cook me. Okay? They're like the thing that's interesting, right? And here's one of the things is I think it would be helpful to go in with a purpose, okay? Right? Like I, like when I went into the Andrew Tate thing and when I went into the 𝗙̇ce thing, I didn't go in with a specific purpose. I went more into just be on my feet and interact and see how it would go and where it would lead, right? That person, yeah, no, that person was like a little gamer weirdo. I'm sure of it, okay? Because they're not somebody who is a regular in chat. And I mean, I looked at their view history and they're like, oh yeah, you've chatted twice, like 6 months ago, like a month ago, and like 3 months ago. And so I'm like, dude, that person just, oh, you got cooked. That's not what it's about, right? I mean, right now, obviously, with me not having done a lot of debates, I'm not going to be good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be able to debate like Hassan because I haven't done hundreds of them, right? So it is like, it's going to be a long road of discovery, right? That's it. You have to do it. You have to do it. Need a debate coach? I don't know about that. I mean, you got to just do it. But I think being purposeful, I do, one of my favorite parts though about the day was when I got him to admit that he agrees with abolishing the Senate. And that was, I thought, really interesting, right? Was I nervous? No, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really on there to like debate. I wasn't trying to like win. I was more on there to talk and sort of feel out like the style of argument. Like I realized with him, he was there, he had a very defined point of being there, of like having memorized like all the Democratic Party's accomplishments and being like, Joe Biden accomplished this and Barack Obama accomplished this. And I didn't go in there with that sort of preparedness. And also, he had a lot of like, it was like he was treating me like I was this hardcore DSA person, which I thought was really interesting. Now, the thing that's really interesting about him as a case study that I thought was interesting was how he likes to talk about how leftists spend all their time attacking the Democratic Party. But like, dude, if you go to his Twitter timeline is like 90% attacking leftists and 90% interacting with who he said are like Hassan heads. And like, he doesn't really go after MAGA much. You know what I'm saying? And so that there's a lens of that too. But guys, I thought it was a great experience because for me, I just need to get in there and I need to get like knocked around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't mind if I get like, oh, whatever, he's the stupid leftist. Oh, this guy. Right? Because you go in there and the way the debates work is generally like people that like Hutch are going to walk away from the debate thinking, wow, he cooked you. And people that like me are going to walk away from the debate, you know, being like having a different opinion of it, you know? Dude, he is obsessed with Hassan. He is. He like, I don't know what's going on there with the Hassan, right? And like, right, a good debater is not the most logical, but the one with the most internally consistent argument. Yeah. But dude, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being in there and like countering ideas and like I don't mind like conceding ground because I don't like, for me, I don't view the Democratic Party as like the enemy, right? You know, I mean, there are certain aspects of the Democratic Party that I do feel like the enemy, but I don't look at the Democratic Party as an enemy. And he definitely looks at leftists as an enemy. And how do you hear it? I mean, you could go to his Twitch and that he streams on and watch it. I'm going to get the footage and I will eventually put out some content with it, right? But for the most part, you know, it was like I wasn't there to like debate, you know what I'm saying? I was there more to like discuss and to talk about my path from leftism, but we did get like sidetracked a lot, which is like the same thing that happened the last time I did something like that. Like, I think it's easy to get sidetracked. And also I didn't do any homework. Right. I didn't know fucking homework. He made it members only. Oh, really? On YouTube? Because he's also on Twitch. And I'm going to pull some shit. Like, I'm going to get the footage and watch it, you know? But I mean, my thing is this. You ready, guys? I enjoyed it. Okay. I enjoyed the experience. Like, I enjoyed going back and forth and I enjoyed trying to like counter his points and like, but I wasn't going there. Like, this wasn't something that I took like, oh, this serious fucking thing. You know what I mean? It was more like I was going on there to have a discussion and to, you know, just explore, like, from being on my toes, you know what I'm saying? And like, because I'm far too new at this to be like focusing on debating. Like for me, I don't want to focus on debating. I'm not trying to be the like world's best debater. You know what I'm saying? And when I go into those environments, and it's interesting that you said you seem there with the purpose of building coalition. Like, yeah, I'm not there to win like leftism good, Democrats bad, right? But I am there to be like if we have a big tent, right? If we have a big tent, you have to like make room for the tent. I mean, for me, I thought the two most telling points for me were when I pointed out about the Senate and how Senate abolition, he actually agreed on that, right? Which was like that was pretty wild, where here the liberal was like, yeah, actually I do agree with the Senate abolition. But then there was another interesting thing where we talked about the Hillary, and we talked about Hillary and the vast number of voters that were inspired by Bernie and were excited by Bernie's movement, and how Hillary never acknowledged those voters or that movement, how she just assumed everyone was going to get in line and back her, and that ended up costing her. And there was a moment where I saw him like grapple with that fact. You know, I saw him grapple with that fact. Let's go. When you debate, you should change the format, cross-examine the guy from the Kermit phone. Dude, let's go. Dude, Rumi. So there were some good moments. But yes, just for the record though, guys, I am not a good debater, okay? You know what I'm saying? I am not a good debater yet, and I don't know if I'll ever be a good debater. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. But I am going to explore it more as I have the opportunity. But I'm not afraid to like look stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, because I'm a genuine guy. And you know what I'm saying? I'm a genuine guy. And I felt like I walked away, like I walked away not conceding anything. I mean, dude, there's like to acknowledge everything the Democratic Party has done. It doesn't mean we shouldn't be pushing them to do more. You know what I'm saying? Probably better than you're giving yourself credit for. I thought it was pretty good, actually. I did. I thought I was pretty good. I did notice his chat afterwards were giving him hell because they were like, you let him talk over you or whatever. I definitely kind of like dominated the tenor. You know what I'm saying? I definitely did more of the talking, right? But dude, I was just having fun, okay? I was just having fun. I was not trying to like perform, okay? You know what I mean? And maybe I will try to perform down the road, but mostly I was just engaging in that conversation, right? You know what I'm saying? In you know, engaging in conversation and like he had an angle, right, where he was just like, his angle was the argument is to support the Democratic Party and crush the DSA because the DSA is not popular, you know, or whatever. And I just didn't have an agenda. I was more there just feeling it out. But I had a lot of fun. I did. I had a really good time. And there's going to be a couple pieces of critical content that I did glean out of that thing. There were a couple key moments that I think are going to be good, that I'm going to use as content. Right? But I guess what was interesting is there were a couple curveballs, right? Yeah, I know when we started talking about Nixon, Carter, and Reagan, like that was just it. Like generationally different, you know, we had, right? We had, you know, he is very focused on like Biden and everything Biden accomplished, you know, me doing most of the talking. Let's go. DSA platform is a goofy list. See, the thing about this though, guys, like my argument about like the DSA platform is it's okay for the DSA platform to be goofy, right? Because the DSA, like we're not going to become the DSA. We want to work with the DSA and moving while the DSA moves toward, if you have people that are pushing you toward prison abolition, you will end up with prison reform, and you will end up with good reform because they're going to want to push further than anybody else would. And like, that's the thing that's really awkward about these liberals, okay, is liberals don't want to be pushed to a place of discomfort. They want to be like, no, I want to remain comfortable and we're going to do some change, okay? But I got to stay comfortable. But like, dude, white liberals have that tendency the most because, yeah, you're fucking white in America. You're always comfortable, okay? But like, I think the leftists, the socialists, the DSA, they're there to make us uncomfortable. And that's really good that like those people that push the boundaries, right? I mean, dude, it's like you not everybody needs to be boundary pushers, but boundary pushers are how you make progress. Okay, even if you look at the fucking whatever, the explorers in Spain, it was the people who were crazy enough to get on the fucking boat that like found new worlds. Okay, now they could have behaved differently when they found them, but the point being is it's the people that are willing to be uncomfortable and are willing to push through the wall and go make the grave mistakes. Those are the people that make change. Okay. And then the people that are worried about being uncomfortable are the ones that sort of like, well, let's rein it in. Let's rein it in. And they can help achieve balance. But this idea that you have to disavow and treat the boundary pushers like they're harmful is very related to people that are like, hey, I'm fine with gay people, but trans people's a little too much. It's like, no, man. The boundary pushers are important. You need to cultivate them and appreciate them and value them and not fear that you're going to lose all your shit if you partner with them. And there is amongst liberals, there is a concerted like fear of them losing power, you know? And that is like, they're more concerned, like the whole time through 𝗙liche. Okay, the whole time through there, you could tell that his primary concern is like winning red districts, flipping red districts, and politically conquering the map, finding the right things to say to get the win. Okay, and he believes in that. And dude, but that is no longer a viable long-term strategy. Okay, that strategy ended with the pandemic and with Gaza and with Trump. We now need a type of politics that is actually going to help the people. We need like to start thinking about not just winning the red seat. We need to think about how do we shake this structure and get long-term structural change, because capitalism is way out of control, guys. It is way out of control, you know? And so it's interesting. Now I'm going to watch the debate and I'm going to see like the things I did good and the things I did bad. And like, you know, I have a lot to learn, but I had a really good time. Like I really enjoyed it. You know, I did. I really enjoyed it. It's going to take me a while though to get good at that skill, guys. It's like, I'm going to have to do it more. Right. And like, you know, I don't know. Cause I think he debates a lot of people. Like it's a thing he does regularly. And I don't, right. You know, but yeah, it was good. Right. Been digging on me. All right, let's go. Thank you, dude. We don't need to debate these people. Yeah. But so the thing is like, you don't need to debate anyone, but like, I want to be able to go into contentious environments, okay? You know what I'm saying? I want to go into contentious environments, but I don't want to do it. I really, guys, I want to solve some of the communication issues we have with the big debt, right? Right? Someone who debated and left the scene, you did far better than most do on their first foray. All right, well, thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed it. So I'm gonna do more of it, and I'm gonna get good at it. Okay, and like, but give me 2 years, guys. Okay, before you, like, I think in 2 years, if I try to do it somewhat regularly in 2 years, I think I'll be good at it. Right? I look at things on like the 2-year coach, debate coach. I mean, if I run into one, I just, it's not that important to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying. That's not my goal right now, to be a great debater, you know. But, you know, right? But we'll see, right? We'll see what happens. You know, debating Tate was my Venezuela. But the Tate thing, though, guys, was very similar to this, where I didn't do a lot of homework for the Tate thing. I just went in and sort of discussed, okay? And take a debate class? Dude, no. Dude, let's go. No, I mostly am just going to make people laugh, guys. Right? That is my primary thing, is to make people laugh. And I am like also trying to solve certain communication, right? I am trying to solve certain communication things, and like, I think it is good to get out of your bubble and to interact with people and connect and get a couple pieces of content out of it, right? You know, and I definitely got a couple really good pieces of content, okay? And I definitely got a couple good pieces, all right? For sure, right? Let's go. But all right, moving on though. What we don't have a lot of time tonight though, so I gotta retain somewhat of a focus. Right? It is about the content, right? I mean, because guys, let's be real here. Okay, you ready? Let's be real. I hope you know, I don't think a 2-hour debate, I don't think these debates necessarily change a lot of people's minds, okay? I don't think debates necessarily change a lot of people's minds, okay? They can change minds, but for the most part, they don't. For the most part, debates are about affirmation, okay? People engage in debates and watch them to affirm that, aha, we're right. We're right. And then occasionally someone might be fucking sitting on the fence and they might be swayed by something, but mostly it is content, and it is, you know, pointing out the absurdity of certain viewpoints and you know, but right, it is a team viewer game. It is, you know, but again, we're going to explore it, and we're going to get in there, and sometimes I'm going to do well, and sometimes I'm going to make an ass of myself, and sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And it, like anything, it's a process, right? It's a process. I thought what was really interesting about this was like it was just weird that like I saw him afterwards when he was talking to his chat, and he was like saying like, oh, you know, oh, I'm gonna turn him was his thing, right? And it was like, it was just really interesting because he had this, like, he was going into it to like, I'm gonna win this guy back to the Democratic Party or whatever. And like, it's just really interesting because that is absolutely not going to happen. Like, what I have seen, I can't unsee. And I think there are a lot of people that are like that, you know, like, it was just interesting though, that he has a mission. Like, he really does. He has a mission. And I think though, that's okay. I think that's okay. I think there are things though, guys, and I said this to him during the chat, where there were a couple points where I was like, you have a little bit of like right-wingness to you. I realize you call yourself a liberal, but there were certain ways that he would dig in his stance or consider things to be a light switch binary where he has some right-wing principles operating in him, which I think is what makes him more of a liberal than a leftist, is I think a lot of liberal Democrats are actually a little bit right-wing, and they don't really want to acknowledge it, right? And so they use the social issues to like separate themselves from that right-wingness. And I like, there was a time where I pointed it out that like, yeah, you're actually talking to me from a right-wing viewpoint right now. I don't know if you realize it, but you're using right-wing fucking methodology here. And so I think when I watch it back is when I'll learn, ooh, I could have capitalized on that. And I'll definitely study it. And we're going to do a couple years of me like getting out there. It was good to get out there though. I don't think he's a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he definitely means well. And I think though he's like, I think a earth-shattering change is like a little bit scary to him. Yeah, the Israel shit was a little crazy because ultimately what we had, right, was there was this thing where he's like, we're never going to cut off the money to Israel. And I'm like, yeah, but the problem is we absolutely have to. Like, right? You can say we're never going to do it, but it has to be done. Like, it has to happen. Like, America will never be free until we stop funding that shit show in the Middle East. Like, we can't have freedom here and fund oppression there. And that's something that I think people have not yet grappled with. That, like, no, you don't realize it has to. It is like the ending of slavery. You know, you couldn't just say, well, we're going to let a little slavery happen in South Carolina and Alabama and Mississippi, but we won't have slavery in the rest of the country. No, it has to end. And the Israel money, the Middle East war machine, us like trying to have a controlling interest in there, that has to end, right? That has to end. And that is like one of the things that I'm like, you know, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I will probably do it again. I'm sure there will be more times of me and him getting together and doing that. Because I think he enjoyed it too. Like I think this is what's really interesting, guys, that you may not realize whether 𝗙tce's audience walks away thinking that, you know, oh, he cooked him, or Tommy sucks, or Tommy's a stupid leftist. Like, 𝗙tce got to argue with somebody who was defending the DSA, but also didn't hate him. And that is having somebody that can defend the Democrats and the DSA in discussion with people is like, I have a powerful force that, right? That like, I can recognize the good of the Dems and I can recognize the good of the DSA, and I can operate in both of those worlds. And I think that is fucking a powerful force in these divided times, because there are going to be people that are hardcore lefties who will go in there and do battle, but I'm going in there and I'm like, well, I'm a hardcore lefty and I'm a liberal and I'm a privileged white guy and I'm somebody who wants to solve, you know, the communication gap over the class and race lines. And, you know, I would like a world where you could have, you know, a DSA vice president and a Democrat president, or vice versa, right? It's one of the dumbest people on the internet. All right. But yeah, dude, I really liked it. It's there. Yeah, no, ozzy, that was really it. Like there was a moment where he was like, what do you think my angle is? And I described it perfectly to him, and he was like, oh, all right, you understand exactly what's going on with me. And like, because they are really worried, like they're scared of losing again. And so they're thinking that like, ooh, the DSA, the Republicans are going to use the DSA to scare people. But guys, the Republicans scare people anyway. Whether you are DSA or not DSA, the Republicans in the swing states are going to say you're going to cut the dicks off of kids. You want men and women's sports. You're a communist. You're a socialist. You're a fascist. You're going to force everybody to like be trans in second grade. They're going to say that regardless. So what you do need to do is you need to not be afraid to go in there and say, hey guys, I have some great policy. Who wants to be excited about being governed? Okay? Who wants to not just vote for harm reduction and instead be a part of a movement where you're excited about voting? You're not voting for the lesser of two evils, but you're voting for something you fucking believe in. Who wants to be a part of that movement? Right? And that's what we're missing, guys. Okay? That's what we're missing. We have not had that since Obama. Obama was the last time, right? We had it with Bernie. Bernie started a movement, but then they went to war and they squashed it and they fought with each other. But like guys, only like 50% of the registered voters that are eligible actually vote. So there's 100 million people out there waiting to be excited about something to vote for. And like, so instead of trying to win Republicans, let's go find some new people that want to change the fucking world, man. You know? And I think that there's some important time with that. Right? Let's go. Great Fang said, I've watched both you and Hutch for a while now. This was probably my favorite discussion I've seen between two political commentators in a while. Let's go. All right. Dude, yeah, just go look up Hutch on Twitch, on Twitch, and I think you'll be able to watch it. Right? Dude, yeah, I had a really good time, right? And I'm definitely going to do it again, okay? I am, because I think taking the stigma out of leftism and socialism and all of these things that are labeled extremists, like, right? Like, to go in and to prove to people that, like, I'm a communist, and I'm a socialist, and I'm a DSA, and I'm a liberal, and I'm a moderate, and I'm a privileged white guy, and I'm somebody who wants to do anti-racism work. And I am all of that. And like, there's good in all of those things. Like, communism and socialism are not all bad. There are like nuggets of goodness. You know, you can say, oh, Marxism. There's some good things in Marxism. And the point I've always done in my life is I have been about like taking from every fucking walk of life, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what I've always been. Like, when I was a musician, I hung out with the goths and I hung out with the indie rockers. I went and saw the pop stars, okay? I hung out with the fucking socialites, the starfucker crowd. I tried to take a little bit of inspiration from all of the different types of people in the scene, because I think in the end, it's just whatever gets you there. It doesn't matter. The labels can be real limiting, okay? And right? And so I think that destigmatizing some of this shit, I think that might be a place where I can be a little good at destigmatizing, you know, because I mean, I did notice it. One of the things I noticed right away is he was a little disarmed that I wasn't just this Hassan head, right? That I was somebody who was like, right? That I was somebody who was both pro DSA and then analyzing like shit that Jimmy Carter did wrong and loved Jimmy Carter, right? And that was like, wait, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Stop stealing all our money. Good advice. All right, let's go. you can touch every demo. You can, you know, you can. I can. I'm telling you though, guys, if I get good at this, I think I can be a kind of a unifying force. I really do. And I'm going back to my fraternity days. So I don't know if you guys have ever been in a fraternity, but I was in a fraternity, and fraternities are very, very cliquey. Okay. They have like, you have 140 guys and they're all wearing the letters and they're like, whatever, allegiance to their fraternity, but they're super cliquey in the fraternities. You have groups and they're different social classes. There are, you know, sometimes there can be different, you know, sexual preferences. There are certainly different political ideologies. You know what I'm saying? And, right, I'm invited to cookout. Let's go, Reese. Let's go, baby. Dude, let's go. I'm down. I'm down. Count me in. But, so what I wanted to say is when I went into the fraternity, one of the things I discovered that was weird was I got along with all of the factions. Okay, I could go into the group of like pill popping kids whose dads were doctors that were like the snootiest rich kids in the fraternity. And I could go hang out with those dudes. And then I could go to the nerds and I could go hang out with those dudes. And I could go hang out with the musicians and I could go hang out with like the womanizers. And like, I, you know, they called me Land Shark. Right? That was my nickname because I used to go and knock on the door and they'd be like, who's there? And it's like, it's Tommy. And then pretty soon it was Land Shark. Right? And then I'd go in and be like, what's going on? Like, how can I consume the scene in here? But I genuinely liked hanging out with all the different factions because I have so many different aspects of my own personality that to me, it's very satisfying to connect with all the different groups, right? Except the womanizers. Yeah, I don't hang out with the womanizers anymore now, right? But in college I did. In the 80s I did. Cuz now they're like, I don't know. It feels different now. But so Pinehurst Golf, let's go, baby. But yeah, man. So I think like, yeah, it's going to be an interesting journey, but I'm super pumped about it. Dude, Lauren, newer subscriber, love your stream. Thank you. Thank you, Lauren. Let's go. SML Lauren. All right, guys. Ooh, let's go. We got 14 minutes. Dude, if we're getting a dance party, let's hit it. Dude, let's hit it. We got 28 in 14. So we need essentially 2 a minute. Let's bang this out. And then we're going to cover a little politics. Again, I'm only doing about 2 hours tonight. A little bit, because I need to get a video ready before the morning, and I need to pack. I had to buy some luggage, and I had to get some shit together. And like Bryce has a job interview tomorrow, and that was good. Like, dude, smart communities want data centers. Dude, I'm gonna put 4 data centers in my backyard, boss. Right? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put multiple data centers in my backyard. I want to have the most data centers on the block. That's my goal, guys. Thank you. Thank you for coming to Tommy's data center. Dude, summon Paula. Let's go. Dude, Shin. Hey! 27 to go. 27 away, baby. I'm going to look for Mom Donnie. I mean, I'm mostly, you know, I am going to look for Mom Donnie. Dude, tomorrow, big fucking primary, dude, Wisconsin. Everybody's freaked out about Francesca Hong. Dude, I like Francesca Hong. Dude, the guy, holy shit, dude, that dude, the black dude that's running in Wisconsin, the Red Birds guy, I can't remember his name. Isn't it Wesley something? Dude, that guy is a nut. Bro, dude, who is that guy? What is his name? The guy running for governor in Wisconsin. Dude, he's like pro data center and like we need to like not tax the wealthy too much. And like, I wasn't sure if I was going to run for governor. Crowley, yes. my wife decided if she saw a red bird, I would run. But like, yo, dude, every bird in Wisconsin is a red bird, dude. Like, guy's just a nut. Dude, I think he's a religious fanatic. I do. I think he is like, I think he's a religious, like, you know, like a real devout religious dude. He had there's an element of him where I'm like, dude, that guy is like a Bible banger, bro. Right? And that's just it. I don't like the super religious people, even when they're Democrats, because religion is like allows oppression. Okay? Religion is based on oppression, and it's based on like much of the people being unhappy and submitting anyway. And like, dude, a lot of religion is just really toxic for the politics. Let's go. I think religion should be kept out of politics. All right, guys, dude, 26. Let's go. We got 11 minutes. 26 and 11, baby. We are on holiday hours. If we're getting a dance, let's get her done. Did I see Vivek? I did see something about Vivek. I haven't seen the clip yet, but I'm trying to keep an eye on the clock, and I'm going to get us going right, I'm going to get us going in the actual party here of what we're going to look at. Okay. Now, this is right. We have some stuff to look at here. Okay. First, dude, let's look at like, yo, what the fuck was going on with Trump today, dude? Oh my God. Trump was like on a bender. Dude, look at Trump. He is just out. Hey, like, what is going on? He's not listening. He's not paying attention. She's just standing there with her hand on her stomach, like nodding the whole time. Dude. Like, she looks at the camera. Yes. Okay. Yes. Nodding. Always with her hand on her stomach, which is really interesting. You notice, like, her hand, like, never leaves her fucking, like, is she doing a birthing ritual? Is there like does she have a button in there where she is like emptying the Trump diaper? I mean, dude, with the neckerchief, she totally looks like a Pan Am flight attendant. She is dressed like someone from Pan Am. I thought this clip was wild, dude. He is just out every day. And no, this is not the woman who changes the diapers. Okay, this is a new woman, and we're going to look at her because people were wondering, who is this new woman? She also has this, like, whatever, very Lego-ish kind of hairstyle. But, yeah, dude, look at him, though, bro. He is so beat, okay? He is so beat. Guys, 26. We got 9 minutes. 26 and 9, baby. Let's giddy up. She's doing the pledge. She is. She's pledging allegiance to her uterus. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Something's going on. Right? I pledge allegiance to my uterus. Let's go. 8 minutes. 8 minutes, baby. Oh, shit, dude. 26 and 8. Let's go. Giddy up, giddy up. Try not to puke from the stench. Yeah, let's watch the clip here.
Take this extremely seriously, as we have been for the last year and a half and more of the presidency. At the NIH, what we've done is we have established the Autism Data Science Initiative, which started almost a year more, actually more than a year ago, where we funded a dozen and more major research teams to answer the question of what is the cause of autism. It's a complicated biological phenomenon. It's not going to be a simple answer. It will have, as the Secretary said, potentially genetic predisposition, but that cannot possibly explain why we've seen such a large rise in autism.
Dude, he just, like, Well, that can't possibly explain. That can't possibly explain why we've seen such a large rise in autism. Oh. Dude, he is dozing hard, bro. Hard, okay? Now, what's wild about this is there's a close-up shot of the woman, okay? Look at her. Dude, this is crazy.
How they want the vaccines given to their kids. I mean, I believe fundamentally that many vaccines are important. Like said measles, for instance, the measles vaccine is important if we want to take control of the measles outbreak. But at the same time, we shouldn't be keeping kids out of school because they have made different decisions than other parents. Our European colleagues don't do that. A lot of the collapse in trust in public health has come because of these mandates that we've seen imposed during the Biden administration on the COVID vaccine and so many other things. What this does is it restores.
Dude, she's got a good look. Guys, she has a really good Manson family, right? 1968 Pan Am flight attendant, right? Go-go boots and Charles Manson, acoustic guitar, right? A Pan Am airplane, maybe some of the old speed. Dude, it Warholian, actually, I think. Okay, that's what I think. Dude, guys, let's rally here around Limbies. Because look at this. Look at what Limby said. Because of you, I went to AA. I got 59 days. Then said, fuck it. This is so not me. I'm atheist, but it kick-started me. Thanks. Smart recovery is working. All right, let's go. So you're still going. And it doesn't matter how you get there, but let's go. The fact that you're inspired, Limbies, get out there and do it. Let's go, Limbies. Congrats. I think it doesn't matter, right? AA is like, you know, it can be shitty. Dude, I think 100% Musk AI robot. Let's go. I mean, for me, to me, I feel like AA for me only really worked because I found a group of men that had a lot of sobriety. And I was like, these dudes are going to sort of crack through my defenses. And so I found a group. But in general, I didn't like going to a lot of the general AA meetings. I liked going to this one group of older men, right? That were like father figures, kind of. So that's how I did it. I found a men's group that, like, you know, fucking gave me a certain thing that I didn't get from my own dad that I wanted. That was super helpful. But yeah, dude, I love her look. But now everybody was wondering, who is this woman, right? Because I was like, is she going to inherit the diaper? But we found out who she is. She is Jayme Lee Franklin, okay? She is this woman, okay? Jayme Lee, like, look at that. All her names are spelt weird, right? Oh, my God. Dude. Dude, Stepford, yes. Dude, she is my favorite Stepford wife, but look at her. Jayme Lee, like league, right? A Catholic, Vivian's mom, Drake's wife, founder of the Conservator, right? Political commentator, former Trump White House official, UC Berkeley alum, okay? So that's who she is. Here she is.
Of course, they have to raise taxes to try to fund this fairy tale communist agenda. And what's so crazy to me, Liz, that you hear a lot of people from my generation and these progressive leftists constantly demonizing millionaires and billionaires. And I can't say this loudly enough for my generation. Rich people are not holding you back. In fact, rich people are the ones who started a lot of the companies that employ millions of Americans.
Dude, the line, rich people aren't holding you back. Oh my God, dude. Right? Let's see what this woman's story is. She is, hold on. She hosts a podcast called Sincerely American. She is some like evangelical anti-vaxxer, essentially, okay, is what she is. She's an evangelical anti-vaxxer. And she is married. She is not married. You ready? She is not married to Drake, the musician. She is married to Drake Franklin, the son of Pastor Jentizen Franklin. Okay? So there is a pastor, this guy, let's see. Okay? She is married to this guy's son. Dude, she's got a gay husband. All right. I get it now. Right? I get it. So she is married to this guy's son. All right? This pastor. So again, she's like, hey, dude, here's the deal though, guys. You ready? Anyone who is married to anyone who is a pastor that follows Trump is like, you have issues. Okay? There is nobody who could be a man of God, who could be a pastor that would hang out with Jeffrey Epstein's good buddy unless you are a pedo pastor. That's factual. There is no way around that. Any pastor who is pro-Trump, pro-billionaire is like not a child of God. Okay? Let's find her husband. I don't know that her husband is on the internet. She's right. She's married to an evangelical pastor though, right? Not this Drake. She's not married to that Drake. Dude, that Drake wouldn't be hanging out with somebody. But she's married. Her husband doesn't have social media. Her husband probably has a Grindr account. Okay? Right? I'd be willing to bet her husband, he does not have social media because he doesn't want to be discovered on Grindr. All right? But there you go. You see what she's about.
Keep our economy thriving and make us industry leaders. If you want to put the blame on anyone right now, you should put the blame on big government, where they come in every month and take a sizable chunk of your paycheck, especially if you live in a blue city or a blue state.
See, this is what's funny. Dude, she has like a Pac-Man, like a fucking meme size mouth, right? Omega lol, dude. Are you noticing it? Dude, she has an omega lol fucking mouth, bro. She does. She has omega lol. That is amazing. But anyway, so one thing she said right there, big government. This is what's so funny about these people though that say, "Oh, you know what's your enemy? Big government." You mean the Trump government that is taking percentage stakes of companies? Is that big government? That's socialism, by the way. Oh, do you mean the government that is sending masked marauders into the streets and sometimes shooting citizens with no penalty? That's big government. You think the government that goes to states and says, hey, I'm not going to give you disaster aid unless you do what I tell you to do. I'm sorry, but that's big government. Okay, collecting tax revenue is not big government. Collecting tax revenue is collecting money for the social collective in order to take care of your society and your population. Okay? But threatening states of like, I'm going to withhold the funds you need and deserve unless you do my bidding, that is big government. And it's so funny because the people that run these bully governments are the ones who say, oh, we want small government, okay? But I'm sorry. Small government is not fucking masked ICE agents and a government saying, hey, I'm not giving you disaster aid unless you do what the president says. Dude, give me a fucking break, dude. All right, hold on. We're going to let finish.
And anytime you see the government get involved in any industry or any product, and you've seen this in healthcare of Obamacare, the prices only go up.
Dude, Trump has literally gotten involved in multiple companies. Like, what is she talking about? Right? What is she
So if you're worried about affordability, and I know a lot of people are in my generation, vote for lower taxes and getting the government out of our free markets.
Dude, oh my God. Affordability, yeah, because we literally have Trump has cut taxes in every term. Biden did not raise them again, okay? Like literally, they've done nothing but cut taxes for 40 fucking years. Is it affordable? No, it is not. Fucking idiots, bro. Jesus. She does have a purty mouth, though. Dude, if you're into equestrian, I feel like going and buying a fucking 15-pound bag of carrots all of a sudden, right? Let's go, dude. I don't know, something about her, just right. Oh shit, dude. No, she is a Stepford, boss. Look at that though. What is with the hand? Okay, right? Oh my god, dude. Like to build a wall in Israel. Oh, Jesus. Of course, they're crazy Zionist weirdos. All right. Did he interact with her?
Please.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm a mom, first and foremost. I have a 3.5-year-old and I have another one on the way. And Mr. President, we are...
Oh, she has another one on the way. So look at that, guys. She was communing with her baby that's on the way. Oh, I have another one on the way, bro. Dude. Oh shit. All right. Dude, is it Trump's? Is it Trump's, baby? Come on, Jayme. Is it Trump's? Is it Elon's? Who's the father? Dude, look at the hairpiece, bro. Yo, we got Hurricane Trumpy up here. Oh my God. All right, here we go.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm a mom, first and foremost. I have a 3.5-year-old and I have another one on the way. And Mr. President, we are so thankful for all the work you've done in this country with the vaccines, the food systems, and you as well, Secretary Kennedy. I believe health is the #1 issue in this country. If you don't have health and we don't have a healthy country, we don't have anything at all.
If you don't have health, dude, wait. Yo, Jayme, what up? Political punk here. Yes, I'm calling because I don't have health. Can I have some health, please? Is there a place I can go to get some health? Right? I need health, right? Yes. No. Can we get together and go have a health cocktail or something? I need some health. Come on. You said health is important. We need health. I'm just a dude, just a leftist dude trying to get some health. Hello? Yo, come on. All right, I'll meet you there. All right, fuck you. Bye-bye. Dude, I need health. Yeah, I haven't even gotten my transgender for everyone. And now they're giving away health? Like, come on. All right, here we go. Let's hear her out, though.
This country, if you don't have health and we don't have a healthy country, we don't have any. I believe health is the #1 issue in this country. If you don't have health and we don't have a healthy country, we don't have anything at all. And no parent should feel the pressure of immediately their child is born and a bunch of vaccines are pressured and pushed upon them. This is about freedom at the end of the day. This is what this country was built on. Freedom for parents to make the decisions that best suit their kid.
Yeah, she's an anti-vaxxer. She wants to not vaccinate her kids so her neighbors can die of measles and shit and fucking they can bring polio back, right?
And I'm not anti-vaccine at all, I'm pro-vaccine, but we want to be able to have the freedom to space it out and to choose which one works for our child. We don't believe that there's a one-size-fits-all solution for every child. So we're so thankful for everything that you're doing, Mr. President.
Yeah, it's funny how they always don't believe in a one-size-fits-all until it's like we get to the gender discussion. And then when you get to gender and sexuality, they're like, wait a second, there's only one way. You can only, right? There, no girl dicks, all right? We can't have girl dicks, right? We got to have one style of gender, right? Gender's got to be a one-way street. But with vaccines, there's many avenues we can take with vaccines. And there's many avenues we can take with, paying our taxes or like how I get free speech and you do not, right? There's many avenues. But when we get to gender, when we get to abortion, when we get to, people of color wanting to vote or raise their voices, then no. Then we have to go back to the one way, right? Dude, dude, everybody. All right, so that is, Jayme Franklin. Dude, she is a nut. Crazy. Healthy America starts with healthy families, and healthy families start with bringing back polio. She has a Facebook page with pictures of her hubby. All right, let's go. All right, guys, we did not reach the goal. Hold on, let's try again. We're going to try again. We only have 30 minutes, though. So we're going to try. I'll do a 15-minute goal. We'll do that times 2 and see if we can get the dance party. We have 30 minutes. I do have to go a little early tonight. So again, I'm getting ready. We'll have to fucking check out her husband at some point. Dude, let's go. Let's go, baby. Dude, having a little Red Bull, having less caffeine today. All right. So, we reset. We need 22. 22 is our magic number. So it's a good number. It's a good fucking number. So we're going to set it for 20. And we're going to do 20 in 15 minutes, guys. All right? Let's go. Let's giddy up. Let's fucking go. Dude, this might be the last dance party until Saturday. So, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Red Bull. Dude, yeah, I like Red Bull. It's crazy, right? Oh my God, dude, people are being like mean to her in the comments though. I mean, she is a nut, guys. Dude, she is pretty wild, okay? She is pretty wild. Everybody was wondering who is that Manson family member standing with Donald Trump. Now, I do Jason's shrimp on the bobby. Let's fucking go, Jason's. Let's go. Dude, there we go. Dude, Jen W coming in hot. Let's go, Jen W. Dude, thank you, boss. Let's go. Dude, Jason's shrimp on the bobby. Let's fucking go. Dude, Cats and Comrades, LFG Pine Box. Let's go. Dude, I'm not able to hit the buttons correctly. Dude, we're banging it out. All right, so we actually, dude, that was 4. It only says 3, but we needed 22. So now we only need 1 extra. If we drop a couple, I'll keep track of that. So we're totally like almost there. But guys, we know this is Todd Blanche, and that is something for another time. But what I want to show you is this, dude. Look at this piece of insanity here. You ready? Oh my God, bro. Dude, Ethan, let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, watch this insanity here. You ready?
Of it, where they have a vaccination thing, looks like the size of a bottle of soda poured into a little child's body, and bad things happen in many cases, in too many cases, because this is an explosion. This is an epidemic. So at year 1, you should have 5 separate visits for vaccines rather than giving them all in the same day.
So, all right. First off, dude, 𝗙liche standing the over behind Jabba, death of a career. Let's go! Dude, let's go, dude. Welcome to New York City. Let's go. Call a thing a thing. Let's go. I'm going to be there tomorrow. But, dude, he said that there is a thing the size of a soda bottle that they just dump into little kids. Like, yo, where the fuck is this guy been going and getting vaccines? What in the hell is he talking about? Right? A soda bottle, right? Really? You got like a 12 or 16 ounces of vaccines in your little child? Like, yo, homie. Dude, look at that. Look at the wig, bro. Dude, his wig got a weave today, dude. Dude. 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗪. Dude, what in the hell? Dude, Millie Grace, so glad I found your streams a couple days ago. Let's go. Thank you, Millie. Dude, we love you, boss. Glad you're here. Dude, what in the hell, bro? Isn't that crazy? That shit is crazy, guys. Unfucking believable that the size of a soda bottle. Now, people were taking offense to this, okay? Like somebody brought out this chart saying debunking the claim children do not receive a soda bottle of vaccines. Reality, the combined liquid volume of all routine childhood vaccines in the United States is approximately 1/2 to 1 fluid ounce total. And that is all the vaccines you receive over the course of all 18 years. A soda bottle contains 15 to 30 times more liquid. So this is all of the vaccines from birth through 18, and this is a soda bottle, right? Dude, it's like the president is up there just making shit up. This is what we're dealing with, okay? We have a president that goes up there and he makes up lies about an election. He makes up lies about clean energy, clean coal, about windmills, about electricity, about batteries. He fucking lies about transgender people and what's really going on in schools. He lies about vaccines. He's filled with this crazy hyperbole and like InfoWars level brain rot. And he stands there and directs the whole nation based on completely delusional takes, which is why we're never going to get out of this war, guys. We will never. How the fuck are we going to get out of this war? We will not, because even if he makes a deal with Iran, the minute he makes the deal and they sign it, he will go home and convince himself that they have somehow broken the deal or they screwed him. And so he's like, deal's over, right? I mean, the same way he did with the Obama deal, the same way he did with the Paris Climate Treaty. He literally, like, 1 minute he's like, this is what I believe. And the next minute he's like, no, wait a second. Now it's aliens. Now it's Joe Biden. Now it's Barack Hussein Obama, right? Now it's transgender for everyone. Now it's Biden again, right? Dude, let's go. I was just being sarcastic. Words, the pine box. Let's go. Guys, 12 away, baby. 13 total because we need one extra, right? But we're there. Dude, 13 and 8, baby. We got this. Isn't that wild? It is wild. And what bothers me, though, guys, here's what bothers me. What bothers me is not even his dementia and the fact that he says this insane shit. Like, okay, I can accept that the president is a delusional, brain-dead freak. I can accept that. But what bothers me is that the news media allows him to never be confronted by his ridiculousness while simultaneously holding every person on the left to like every syllable of everything they say. If a leftist person says something or misspoke or said defund the police 6 years ago, they're like, oh my God, you have to atone for this. You have to explain it every time we see you. And then Trump can be like, yeah, they're dumping a fucking 2-liter bottle of vaccines in the babies. And they're like, oh, all right, next question, right? It's like this guy is just a crackpot and the news media treats him like he's not a crackpot, which then gives credence. People are like, well, if Trump was lying about the soda bottle, the reporters would surely call him out, right? No, they won't, because they're all Epstein class fucking schnooks that are just waiting to write a book and trying to become lobbyists or whatever they're going to do after they're fucking journalists. You know, isn't that insane? That is one of the most insane things I ever heard someone say. A soda bottle worth of vaccines dumped into a little child all at once. Bro, dude, They allow this bullshit. They literally will like put words in his mouth in order to, you know, like he gets to mediocre his way into, right? He can go up and make no sense and say nothing of value, and they will create something of value that made sense out of his ramble, and then they will put that out there. They're constantly doing the work for him, legitimizing him. Dude, Grand National, let's go, baby. All right, guys, you ready? We're gonna pause right here. We got 6 minutes. We need 12 and 6, guys. 12 and 6. It's only 2 a minute. Let's giddy up. Let's secure this dance. And then we got to go look at the Tates. Oh my God, dude. The Andrew Tate shit is crazy. It is heating up again tomorrow. Francesca Hong, Wisconsin. If you're from Wisconsin, I was born there. I was born in Watertown, Wisconsin. I lived there for a little bit when I was a kid. I lived in Elkhorn, Wisconsin when I was a kid. Then we moved to Los Angeles. Then we moved back to Wisconsin again. And I lived there in middle school in Watertown. So I have a long family history there. A lot of aunts and uncles and cousins. A lot of German family and Irish family from Wisconsin. So, dude, I am not surprised that Wisconsin has a basically socialist candidate for governor. Like Wisconsin there's a lot of forward thinking there, because they've dealt with a lot of oppression, especially since, you know, Scott Walker and Paul Ryan and these fuckers who went in and they gerrymandered a supermajority into Wisconsin, even though Wisconsin was a blue state, and it was a blue state like 55-45, and they gerrymandered their state legislature and their congressional seats to be 80% Republican, and then they took over the Supreme Court. Now, they've taken the Supreme Court back. The Democrats have, and even Elon Musk spent $30 million and lost. They took another seat. So all of that's going to change, okay? All of that is going to change, guys. But it is like tomorrow can be a big day. Limited on funds. Wish I could do more, boss. LFG. Dude, Jenna X-Ray Dragon, that's amazing. Thank you. Dude, you are amazing. Dude, Hillary, let's go. Let's go. All right, guys. Dude, 4 minutes. 10 away, baby. 10 and 4. We got this. Dude. Oh, shit. Let's go. Dude, Ron Johnson, I know. What an asshat. Dude. I mean, dude. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. Oh, shit. J.D. Vance is the new Scott Walker. Dude, J.D. Vance is the new Carrie Lake. Dude, let's go. Right? Oh, autism data center minerals. No, what's a YEC? I don't know what that is. Right? What is that, Carrie Ann? Right? Dude, 3 minutes, guys. 10 and 3, baby. It is indeed. Dude, she definitely has a big tent. She has a popular tent. JD is going to be sacrificed. No, let's go. Let's go. Someone shit in the fountain. 2 minutes. Dude, the clock is ticking, baby. It is go time. Let's go. Let's call a thing a thing. 9 away, guys. Oh, shit. Now we're in crunch time. 8 away. Let's go. Dude, Bald Thanos says, can I borrow $10 for Super Chat at 420%? Let's go. Dude, 2 minutes. 8 away, guys. 8 and 2. We are on schedule. Here we go. Dance party incoming. 8 and 2, baby. 8 and 2. 7 and 2, dude. Hillary comes through. Let's go. 7 away. Bada bing. Bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. Bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. 7 away. 2 minutes. Bump, ba-da-dun-dun-dun. 7. Dude, these anti-vaxxers are so crazy. Like, bro, if you don't want to take vaccines, don't live in a society. Go buy an island. Go hang out at the island with Jared and fucking Ivanka and Jeffrey, right? You can go get an island. Let's go. You tune in too late. You have not. We got one more story to cover. I mean, it's a short stream tonight because I'm going to New York. We need 7 in a minute and a half. Dude, 6 away. Dude, Jason's Australiana. 6 shrimps on the barbie. Dude, I'm gonna be a communist for, you know, probably like 2 hours a day. Dude, the one said in 2004 had a shot of bourbon with Mitch McConnell. We didn't get along. Oh shit, the one. Let's go. Dude, Jason, shrimps on the barbie. Let's go. 4 away, guys. 4 shrimps on the barbie away. Let's go. Giddy up, baby, giddy up. So yeah, so dude, Limby's 59 days sober. Let's go. 3 away, guys. So all we did so far in the stream is we did talk about, we briefly talked about my experience of going on 𝗙𝗪𝗧 show today, and the discussion we had / debate was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. 3 away, guys, 30 seconds. Let's go, cats, comrades, let's go. Almost there. And then we talked about Trump falling asleep and this mystery woman, the new Stepford wife that they're parading around, the new Natalie Harp in waiting, the anti-vax woman. And then now we're going to talk a little bit about Andrew Tate, right? Dude, we have 12 seconds, guys. 3 away, baby. You're a Democratic Socialist. Let's go. 2 away. I'm dancing anyway, Limbies. All right, we're going into bonus time. So we're 2 shy, and we have, dude, let's go, dude. Oh, there we go. And just like that, dude, bing, bang, boom, dude, Jason's Australiana came in. Dude, Andrew, enjoy your vacation. I will, sir. And then Kelly Brandon said, we'll miss hanging out with you when you're on vacation. Hope you all have the best time. Let's go. Now, guys, there is a strong chance that I am going to do a streams at the 10 p.m., which will be 1 a.m. New York time, or maybe at 11 p.m. There is a really strong chance that I'm going to do like an hour sort of wrap up, look at the politics, and discuss the day. I can't promise it, but I think there is a strong chance. We're in a really good hotel with wired internet. I'm not going to have any like buffering issues or like internet issues like when I go to the beach. So I am going to try to like keep rolling both with the videos I put out and the shorts, and to do like streams, like maybe an hour day stream and an hour night stream. And they may just be phone handheld. They may be on the computer. They may be out on location, right? If I run into Zoran Mamdani, maybe I will just start an impromptu YouTube stream and fucking go. Yes, I would keep an eye on Discord. If I do go live, I am going to announce it on Discord. Discord is down in the description. Turn those noties on. I will at everyone. If I go live, right, I will go. And let's go for 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗏 𝗪𝗏. Let's go, Asti. Let's go. Doesn't sound like a vacation. So this isn't a vacation. I mean, it is, but I'm not going to like escape. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see my son, right? And so there are vacation tendencies, but like my work, you know, keeping this channel going is important too, right? And it is important. I can't just go away. Like, I don't want to go away for like 5 days and be nil. And especially not when I'm in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like in New York, you know, streaming politics from this town that is the epicenter of this change that we're going through, that started with Mamdani and Brad Lander and right. And I mean, you go further back, it started with AOC shaking up, right? When she knocked an old incumbent out. So I feel like streaming from New York and connecting from New York is like, it would be sacrilegious if I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. You can't go to New York City as a political thing and not fucking, right? And not stream from there? Like, come on. Come on. What are we talking about? Right? You know? Sacrilege. That would be like going to Paris and not eating any bread. You know what I'm saying? Or not going to the Louvre. Like, come on. Get out of here. You gotta do it. Right? You gotta do it. So, yeah. So I will likely keep in touch. And we have a suite. Okay? See, the other thing that's really good is we have a suite. So, I mean, I've showed I'll show you guys again. But here's what our room looks like. This is the room we got. It's like a top floor hotel room with the big floor to ceiling windows, the view of the Empire State Building, and it's a suite. So there's a bedroom and there's like a living room area. So I can be out in the living room area while Jenny sleeps. She goes to bed a little earlier than me. So me being there at night, if I'm up late, I will likely stream and we'll have a little fucking, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, right? Let's go. Dude, let's go, baby. I love it, though. I love the Empire State Building. I am so looking forward to this hotel, dude. I can't even tell you. I mean, I love New York. It's like, I don't know if I'll ever get to live there. And I really love that my kid is getting to live there because I've loved this city. Like, I've had a love affair with New York for like 20 years. It goes back a long time to like when I toured and I knew some girls that had an apartment. There were 3 girls that had an apartment in the East Village. And so I used to stay with them for like days on every tour. And I don't know. I love New York. And it's weird too, because when I go to New York, people always ask me for directions. Like, there's something about me in New York that when I go there, people think I am from New York, right? Because every time I go there, even when I'm wandering around as a tourist, people are coming up asking me for directions. And it's weird because that doesn't happen to me a lot, but it happens to me a lot in New York City. Like, people just always think I am a New Yorker. I think I have a little bit of that energy, And yeah, I can't wait to see Bryce. And we're going to the Mariners game, Mariners Yankees. We're going to bring some energy to the Mariners and we're going to try to like spin the season. Okay. My baseball team is in the dumps. They're going to the Yankees. We're going to be there Wednesday night. We're sitting right behind the Mariners dugout and I am going to be fueling the Mariners energy, big Mariners energy. And then we're going to see Book of Mormon on Friday. Right. So yeah. And then Bryce is going to be doing his first open mic performance on Thursday. So I'm going to get to see him play music for the first time too, which is like super special as well. Right. And Jenny and I, dude, City of Love, dude, we went there to see Betrayal with Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz. This was back in the early part of our relationship. It was like our first year, like 2013 or something like that. Hit up Nick Valenti for a collab in New York. Let's go, Triple. And so Jenny and I went there, but can I just tell you, let me just tell you this, and then we're going to go to the Tate thing. But so we had these tickets and a hotel right by the United Nations, this hotel called One that was really nice, had a fucking crazy pool, like floor to ceiling windows. But so what happened was we went there and we both got the stomach flu right before this thing. And we're like, fuck, bro. We were like drinking Pedialyte and just like shitting and having this upset stomach, could hold no food down. But we went to New York anyway. And there was a sushi restaurant right around the corner from the hotel. And the sushi, like for some reason, we could hold the sushi down. So we literally ate sushi the entire trip and we like basically weren't sick anymore. We went to New York with the stomach flu, feeling like shit. We found this sushi place. The sushi like healed us. And then we hung out in New York for several days, saw an amazing play, and just fucking ate sushi the whole time. Dude, it was incredible. Right? Tommy, enjoy my hometown. Go live. Let's go. Dude, thank you, Redbone. Ken Griffey Jr. made you a Mariners fan as a kid. Let's go, Crooked Letters. Let's fucking go, baby. Yeah, so there you go. All right, you ready? You ready for some fucking Tate? Dude, I love sushi. I'm a huge sushi fucking aficionado. All right, let's look at Andrew Tate, guys. Because this shit, dude, this shit is crazy, okay? This shit is crazy. Dude, the Tate shit is nuts. All right, there's a couple things going on with the Tates. All right, first off, let's go to the first thing we got to go to is this claim. Okay, look at this. Again, the Tate News. You ready? Dude. So Tate News announced today, guys. Okay, this was today that they announced. They said, breaking. Andrew and Tristan Tate were poisoned with chemical spray inside their jail cells. Heartbreak. Right? Their lawyer claims the brothers were trapped in the shoe as the spray filled their cells, forcing them to cover their faces with wet t-shirts. Oh God, the oppression, right? They received no medical treatment, fresh air, or decontamination afterwards. A co-counsel who entered the facility hours later suffered a chemical eye injury and was diagnosed with acute toxic conjunctivitis. Dude, I mean, all right. First off, you don't get conjunctivitis from a fucking, like, whatever, gas or pepper spray. Like, come on, dude. The stink eye. Dude, right? What? Conjunctivitis? Like, come on, bro. But what's crazy about this is how this shit got, it's like not accurate. Okay, hold on one. Let's get in here. Because what is wild about this is he got community. Oh no, that's a different one. Let me find the community note. There is a community note in here. All right, hold on. I thought I marked this. What the hell, dude? Hold on. Where's this shit? Is it under this? Hold on. Let me find this. Poop in the eye? Poop eye. You got that poop eye going. Okay, here it is. Let me see here. Okay. So the community note has like disappeared here. Where is our community note? So here is what Joe McBride, their lawyer, is saying, that guards deployed OC spray in the shoe, and then they were locked in their cells, and some pepper spray got sprayed in the shoe, and then some of that went into the cells. And the guards had gas masks. Andrew and Tristan got chemically affected. They burned their eyes and throats, and oh, I got my airway burned. Oh, pepper spray, right? And they had to wet their t-shirts and wrap their eyes and heads, okay? And then the Bureau of Prisons did not give them medical treatment. This is the lawyer claiming, okay? And then his co-counsel, Tom Maniotis, arrived at the facility, and his eyes burned, and he struggled to breathe, okay? And then he cut the meeting short, and he washed his face and hands, and he was like, the short-term exposure sent him to urgent care. So he went to urgent care. This is all claims of the lawyer, okay? The lawyer's like, oh my God, look at him. And look at, he's got the AI photo. Dude. Dude, these AI photos just fucking get me, guys. The AI photos are so funny, right? And look at this. Look at what this is a right-winger who got in here, guys. Okay, Wilt Chamberlain is a right-winger. This guy is very much on the same political side. Look at what he said. He said, all your clients have to do to escape these supposedly terrible conditions is consent to extradition. Dude, that's it. It's like, yes, there is a solution. Just go. I mean, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate for years said, we want to face these charges. We're going to beat these charges. We are looking forward to our day in court, right? And he's like, all right, consent to extradition. Go win the case. Put this shit behind you. Why are you running from Romania and all this shit? Just go and like bring your lawyers, slam dunk this shit and move on with your life. Okay. And then he said, free men don't consent to being extradited to communist countries. Dude, he's calling the UK communists. The Tate brothers are Americans entitled to the protection of the Constitution, the presumption of innocence, right? Your lack of compassion lacks any trace of Christian or American virtue. You're a sad, angry incel. Dude. Oh, he's fucking, isn't that funny? Oh my God. Dude, these people are such fucking clowns, guys. All right, now, again, guys, this is only like a claim, okay? This is all just claimed by the lawyers. Now, oh, here, I see what it is. Look at this. So this is what I found. It was Grok, okay? That Grok had said, where was it? So, Grok, there was a Grok. I know I fucking saved this. Hold on. Let me find this fucking reply. Because there was a Grok reply that had some information about this. I swear to you, I fucking saved this thing. Maybe I didn't. Oh, shit. I guess I did not. I know it was under that thing, I think. Where Grok had said that, well, this is claims made by the lawyer. Okay, here. What? Grok information, please. Okay? And here it is. Yeah, it wasn't a community note. It was a Grok note that said the claim comes solely from the Tate lawyer, alleging guards deployed pepper spray. It entered the cells, they covered with t-shirts, and then somebody got conjunctivitis from it. No independent confirmation, no Bureau of Prison statement, no video, there's no records. None of this has been verified or even marked as an incident. No other people in 𝗍 or their lawyers have spoken out about this. Again, I think this whole thing is fake. Okay, now here is interesting, though, is this person said, who are the victims of their alleged crimes? But look at this, guys. There are 7 victims, okay? The UK Crown prosecution that is trying to extradite the Tates, they have 7 victims from 2010 to 2017. 7 women. Their identities are protected by law. The Romanian prosecutors have 30 women, okay? And now the Tates, like, they want to out this shit because they want to harass them, okay? They do. They want to harass them. They want to harangue them. They want to attack them. But there is a lot of evidence here, which is why these guys are trying so hard. But this is essentially bullshit. Now, one of the ways, though, that we know that they're lying is because they got caught in another lie, guys. All right? Can I just show you? They got caught in another lie. Okay? Look at this. You remember these tweets, okay? Remember the tweets? They did them every day. Yeah, Tate blocked me because he's a pussy. Chicken shit. But look at this. Every day they've been posting shit about the 𝗍, right? Saying, where is it? Saying day 23, right? No commissary, no phone calls, no yard time. Okay? No commissary. They've been saying, hey man, we're locked in here. We don't have access to anything. This is cruel and unusual punishment, guys. Well, you know what? They're lying. Okay? They have been claiming they were denied commissary, but the DOJ in Florida entered today on the docket shows, look at their balances. Look at their sales balances. Okay. They have like Tristan Tate, he's got $2,500 left in balance. Okay. His account balance. Dude, they're buying chips, ramen, thermal mugs, Colombian coffee, right? They're buying all this shit. Men's speed stick, turkey and Swiss combo stick, Snickers bars. These guys are yucking it up, bro. They have like, dude, Tristan has $2,500 a balance in the commissary. Andrew Tate has $3,500. All right, dude, look at that. And Emery Andrew Tate, he's eating chips. He's got ramen noodle bowls. He's buying shit up, dude. Dude, these guys have thousands of dollars in there. They have thousands of dollars. They're literally having a junk food paradise up in the shoe, right? They're probably, I don't know if they're like giving each other like tuggies or what, right? But isn't that wild? Like they're lying again. They're just, everything they do is a lie upon, right? It's a lie, narrative. Now, their attorney who is spreading all these crazy lies and like, oh my God, my clients, they're being oppressed, they're being abused, they're suffering, they're like Nelson Mandela. Oh my God, we gotta get him. I mean, he's trying to build a narrative to get these guys out. And I don't know what his public appeal is. He thinks anybody cares about these guys. Nobody cares about the Tates except a bunch of like 13-year-old incel like online bros who think they're going to become OnlyFans pimps. Okay? Nobody else really cares about the Tates. But look at what this Joe McBride guy did. Because he went on Myron Gaines' show. And look at what he fucking did. We got to watch this clip because this shit is crazy. Okay? Now, this is the lawyer talking about a victim. Okay? A victim of Tate. And this is the lawyer referring to a victim.
In the Romanian case, would she have to go back to Romania and testify in trial?
If it reaches a certain point, surely. And she'll also have to endure my cross-examination here in the civil case, right? We're not gonna.
Oh yeah, she has to take the stand in a civil case.
Hell yeah, she has to take. She's a defendant. The idea of me having her on the stand.
Oh, you're gonna kill her, bro.
Forget it. I will rip her to shreds.
Yeah. Body bag.
She has body bag for sure. She has no chance of survival. I don't see how she gets on. And endures this. At some point, she's going to have to cop out to the truth.
And
see, you see though the language they're using. Do you notice the language that they're using that is engaged in like it's like really violent? Rip her to shreds. You're gonna kill her. Body bag. I mean, they're not doing that. Like that is not accidental. That is not language that they use a lot. I mean, they know that these victims are probably seeing shit online. And that is like sending like those types of messages. Epstein used to do this too with these sort of veiled threats and creating these, violent dog whistles. They're creating these scenarios of like, you know, you better fucking reconsider. Because we're going to fucking, like, we're going to end you. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's what's crazy is think about this from a legal perspective. This is a lawyer who is going into a case. He is going on a fucking podcast using violent, aggressive language about a potential defendant that he is going to be confronting inside a courtroom. Like this video is like probably going to be admissible evidence in this shit because like what the fuck are you doing, right? And you know what I mean? And the civil case, I think the civil case triple is here in America. There's a civil case in America. Okay. But they're talking about an American case here, right? She may have to go to Romania, but I think there's a civil case in America. I could be wrong about that. But like what's wild about this is how there is no reputable lawyer that would, in the middle of a case they're involved in, go on a podcast and start talking about the defendants and how they're going to approach them on the stand and all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, this is so beyond ridiculous. This is like, this guy's not even a good lawyer at all. And that's why I think this is more about trying to convince her to not push it. Okay? Because this would be a terrible legal tactic right here. Right.
And just so the audience understands, because so you guys might be wondering, well, hold on, she's a defendant. Why is she taking a stand? Guys, she has no Fifth Amendment privilege in a civil case.
Nope.
So she has to take the stand.
And discovery is a whole lot more invasive.
In the civil case.
Oh,
so
yeah.
So you guys have, because you guys have, now I see why they don't want you guys to put the evidence out, because through discovery, you have all their phone records.
It's depositions, phone records. I mean, we're going after all of it.
Do you think she's going to go to trial?
Oh, no shit. Dude, welcome. No shit. She knows this, dumbass. She has lawyers, Puff, the fucking magic nut-headed dragon. She has lawyers, dude. Like, she knows. Like, come on. What do you think? She's, there's going to be no discovery phase. Yo, McBride, what up, buddy? Hey, dude, I love that nutsack you got on your shoulders. It's a good look for you. It's like kind of a wrinkled, like pre-testicular cancer kind of look. It's nice, right? It's like RFK Jr.'s nutsack. Hold on. Let me get you on camera here, right? So we can see you. There it is. Look at that. Dude, it's like a nutsack with a well-manicured beard. It's looking good. It's looking good. I want to like check for lumps, when I see you. Want to feel around in there. Anyway, homie, you're wrecking your fucking case here. I know you think, discovery, phone records, Well, guess what? They're probably going to be playing this video in the trial, you dumbass. They're going to be playing this video for a jury showing how you went on a podcast using threatening language, right? Aggressive. We're going to kill them. Guess what we're going to do? Guess how we're going to abuse them? And everybody's yucking it up. And they're going to be like, why are the lawyers for the Tate brothers so violent? That kind of makes it seem like the Tate brothers are violent, huh? Huh? You dig? Man, goddamn, you're dumb, dude. You look like Barney, too, in that suit. All right. Fuck you. Bye-bye. Dude, Kermit's like, fuck this guy. That's what Kermit said right at the end. He was like, fuck this guy. Isn't that wild? Oh my God.
We're going after all of it.
Do you think she's going to go to trial? I see her settling.
Look.
She doesn't want to have to go up against you in the stand. She has no Fifth Amendment privilege. She has to testify truthfully. She's going to be on there on the stand. You're going to beat her up and you're going to attack her with her character, the text messages. You said you guys did discovery, which means you have all of her records. You probably have videos of her doing stupid shit as well. And that's all going to come out in court.
Right.
During the trial. Like,
you see that? This whole thing. You see even Myron Gaines like looking at the camera. This whole thing is like victim intimidation. They are literally making a thing saying, hey, look at all the shit we got. Look at all the shit we got. Dude, yeah, they're trying to scare the victim. They're trying to scare the fucking person into like getting out. Like, dude, these guys are fucking trash, bro. Okay? These guys are trash. They're degenerates. This motherfucker should probably be in jail too. Okay? I'm serious, man.
all of that stuff is going to come out. He's going to use it against her.
In the alternative, she can just tell the truth, right? This is what this is about. Just tell the truth, and the whole thing just stops. Like,
yeah, you see that? Just tell the truth. Just say, right? Just say that it didn't happen. Like, revoke your statements. And say it didn't happen, say he didn't do it, and then we're going to leave you alone. Isn't that insane? That is like criminal, bro. like criminal. Kudos to these women that are going through this shit, that are standing up to these fucking degenerates. These people are fucking degenerates, guys. Okay? Andrew Tate is a fucking degenerate. All of these guys are fucking degenerates, bro. They are. They are like, man, they are like the degenerates of degenerates. It is crazy. And, you know, I hope the girls' attorneys are logging this shit. I hope they're following this shit and scooping this stuff up. It is a rape cult. It's like, it's weird. We live in rape culture. Okay. And you know, I want to bring things full circle, guys, because this was one of the things that was really interesting about today. Today I went on 𝗙𝗪ce's show and I was talking to 𝗙𝗪ce, and like, I've noticed this now, not just with 𝗙𝗪ce, but with other people, when they get on the whole like prison abolition and the whole like, oh, we can't have a world without prisons. You know what the first thing they always say is, what are we going to do with the rapists? And I was like, yo, what do you think they do with the rapists now? And they're like, well, they go on trial and they get convicted and they go to jail. And it's like, no, they don't. Like rapists right now in America, they don't go to jail. Okay, even Brock Turner, the swimmer at Stanford, who they found him raping an unconscious girl behind a fucking convenience store. They chased him down and grabbed him. He went to trial. The fucking guy did like 3 months in jail. Like, rapists in our rape culture world don't even get prosecuted. They fucking become president. Right? Like, come on, man. Or if they're really wealthy, they cut the fucking case down, they sign him to an NDA, they pay him some money, and then the women have to go get therapy. There is literally like no justice for rapists in America right now. Like, it would be nice to have a penal system where rape was even something that carried consequences, so 10,000 women in the NCAA wouldn't report them every year and have nothing happen, and 20,000 women who don't report because they know, why even report it? Even if he gets caught in the act, he will likely not get prosecuted unless he's like a black dude. If you are a white dude who has any kind of money whatsoever, even if you get caught in the act, there's hardly ever any fucking jail time. And it doesn't ruin their careers. But I thought it was really interesting that, you know, that they kept coming around to, well, what about the rapists? And it's like, what world are you living in? Where right now a woman comes forward with rape and she gets belittled, she gets attacked, she gets questioned, she gets fucking disbelieved, and then the person who raped her gets a promotion. That's literally what happened. That's literally what happens in America now, right? It's fucking crazy. You rape a woman, you end up on the Supreme Court, or you end up president, or you end up the head of HHS, right? Or I mean, the head of, HHS, or the head of the Department of Defense. That's what happens, right? It's like, come on, man. And I just think it's really quirky, though, that for some reason, these liberals that are uncomfortable with prison abolition jump right to the crime that currently doesn't actually ever get punished. It's like weird. It's like their mind does a weird thing where I don't think they're even really aware of what our prison and court and judicial system is like now. Like there's this lack of awareness. They think it's working now. And so they think like, prison abolition is like, oh, you can't get rid of this. But it's like, they don't even realize that, yo, the system we have right now, where all they did was they took slavery that we had in America, chattel slavery, and they moved it inside a building called a penitentiary. And then they created a felony and a misdemeanor so they could give the black guy the felony and put him into the slavery. They could give the white guy the misdemeanor and let him out. And like, that's the foundation of our system. You can't reform that. You have to sledgehammer that shit. You've got to start with something new, because the whole thing is based on a faulty foundation. If you build a house on pasta instead of lumber, that house is never going to be sturdy. You can't just cram more pasta under there or push some rocks, right? If your house is built on rigatoni, that shit ain't going to be stable, man. You got to clear that foundation out and put it on a solid foundation, right? Dude. And again, though, like, it's interesting. I'm going to get good at arguing about prison abolition, because it really is more about like the money spent. That, like, if we'll spend $100,000 a year to put a person in prison, maybe we should spend $100,000 a year to keep people out of prison, right? Right? It's like, why do we wait until they're in a box, in a cage, to spend $100,000 a year on them? When if we spent $100,000 a year on people's survival out in the world, we would have hardly anyone in prison, you know? And like, that's what's so crazy, is like, doesn't it make more sense to spend money on the free people and make them have lives that are so great that they don't ever feel like they need to commit crime? Right? I mean, it's just, hello, right? Oh, but once you've committed murder, we're going to spend $100,000 a year on you now for the rest of your life. Why? That's fucking dumb. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is like, will there still be violent criminals that we have to do something with? Yes. But the thing is we don't know what the jails or the places holding like violent criminals will look like yet. And there's no way to really know, because first you invest in the safety net. First you change the culture, and then you see how that affects the crime. And then you can slowly, like, we have prisons now. They're not going anywhere. Let's change the investment culture, and then let's see what happens to the prisons. And sure enough, if we change the investment culture, the prisons are going to get emptier and emptier and emptier. And it wouldn't even be like we'd have to close them down. They would start closing on their own, right? This is a fact. If we start investing, because are some people just sociopaths? Absolutely. And you have to deal with them. But many of the people that are in the penitentiary are not sociopaths. Okay, many of them are even in there for nonviolent crimes. Okay, drug offenses and shit like that. Dude, 𝗙cie𝗶𝗆, let's go. But the whole idea is you don't have to say, well, we're going to close the prisons and do this and open this, because if you invest in those other things, the prison population's going to decline. And those buildings are just going to close of their own accord. Many of them will. Right? That's true, man. It's true. But right now, it's tied into our economy. Okay? Prisons mean police support staff, mean police administration, means bureaus of prison administration, mean weaponry, mean flak jackets, mean police cars and SUVs and prison buses and armaments and surveillance, and the list goes on and on and on and on. And all of that are the people in DC making the laws. They're all hitting the cash register for every one of those businesses I just named. Okay? Right? You go from the flock cameras down to the bulletproof vests, down to the pepper spray they claim they hit Andrew Tate with, and all that shit. It is all an industry of pack those jails, right? It's a bad industry, guys. It's a toxic industry. It's not good for the people. It's not good for the jailers. It's not good for the guards. It's not good for the cops. All of it is a toxic, dysregulated, like shit that's all tied to our generational trauma as slave lords, okay? And we got to do something about it. if we want real freedom and real advancement of society. You know? There you go. And in fact, you know, I don't want to say murder's not bad, because murder is bad, okay? But guys, let me just tell you, a guy who gets into a fight with some dude and whatever, they get in a scrap and he pool cues him, or maybe he pulls out a weapon and shoots him and like, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? Yeah, there's a victim there. And there's two victims, the guy who killed and the guy who was killed. There's probably some ancillary victims of people who fucking saw it and were traumatized. But that murder and the victims there, that pales in comparison to the victims of like Enron, where people's entire livelihoods disappeared in the market manipulation that may crash the 401ks, and 500,000 retirement people lose all their savings, and they grapple at the end of their life where they've been spiritually murdered, and like huge numbers of people with these giant white collar crimes and scams. Like those victims are like, those crimes are every bit as bad as the murder, guys. And that's it. Like, we don't look at that. We don't look at the actual harm. We've created some hierarchy of crimes where like one man killing a man is the ultimate crime, but one man fleecing the retirement of 500,000 people and creating people at the end of their life filled with panic and struggle and drama, and many of them dying early because they don't have the shit that they used to have. Those kind of crimes are fucking, like, that's a lot of victims. Or bombing a grade school in Iran, that's a lot of fucking victims, right? Giving missiles to Israel so they blow the shit out of mothers in Lebanon. That's a lot of fucking victims, guys. You know, so yeah, I think abolition and a brand new system, we should be talking about it. Okay? We should be fucking talking about it. We need it. All right? We need it. We may not be ready for it right now, but we should be talking about it. All right. You ready? I'm going to make some videos about this shit, guys. Right? Yeah, the healthcare people, oh my God. How many murders are committed by every health insurance company every year? Like, bro, a lot. A lot of murders, guys. A lot of murders with those companies. All right. You ready? I gotta go. I gotta go make a video. I gotta go pack. I gotta go get ready for tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you. I know tonight was a short stream. Okay, tomorrow and through Saturday, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll be back on Saturday. Saturday night stream's gonna be late, probably 11 p.m. instead of 10. I'm going to be streaming while on vacation. I'm not sure what it's gonna look like. Join the Discord. I will be pinging in there and letting you guys know. And let's go, baby. Love it. We love to see it, all right? All right? All right? All right? Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's giddy up. It's time for some dance. Let's go. All right. I can't fucking drag it along like I normally do. Normally I fucking just drag it along. Tonight we got to get into it. I'm going to have fun in the Big Apple, baby. It's going to be amazing. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Say, but I've known, been here before. this feeling that I have now, almost a bit holy, an notion that I will make it out somehow.
Let's go, baby! Little deja vu! Motherfuckers! Oh. All right. Let's go! Thank you guys! I'm gonna go to New York. I'm gonna go soak it up. I'm gonna go have a great time. I will be seeing you on stream, by video, via short form content. I'm not sure what it's gonna look like, but we are gonna have a great time. We will be back to this on Saturday. Take care of each other. I'll see you from the road. In the meantime, you know how we do around here, baby. Don't forget to stay radiant.
Hey, I just wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. It's about you. will never be